Okay, well, unfortunately, we've had to go back through and redo a number of these things. Fortunately, while I was working on this model, the model shut down, and I made the mistake of not constantly saving my work. So just make sure you are saving your work regularly. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to get ourselves updated for these core walls. Because if you remember the core walls, if we look at these views, so if we remember from the previous videos, from the mat slabs, the core walls, they go up to that kind of thickened, it's a slab on grade, but it's like a super strong slab on grade. And then what's supposed to happen is that those core walls, let's see if we can find, anyway, if we remember anyway, the core walls are going to uh, go up to the bottom of the level 1 slab, right? And they passed by the level P1 slab. So let's turn on 4 and 5 element types here. All right. So what we can see is we've got these ones here, right? And we can also see that at this core wall, there are actually some walls that go up from level 1 up to level 2. There's just a few of them though. So let's take these one at a time. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to select one, kind of maybe the long wall on one of these. Okay. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to select all of the walls that are here. So first things first, I'm going to just attach the top to that one so that it passes through that. And then I'm going to take these and I'm going to do a Control C. Control C. Yeah. Um, and I want to, and you know what, before I do anything else, actually, what I want to do is I want to turn on element type 1 here. This one. So I want to make sure that that foundation doesn't get moved around either. So if I attach the base there, right? So because this is going to be a single pour from this level P2 slab to there, then that's good. And then let's paste a line to the same place. And we're going to take this and we're going to attach our top there. Okay. It says rectangular outputting doesn't cut its hosts. And that's because there's these openings for the doors that were modeled in there that obviously aren't cutting these short walls now. Okay. Now, the one thing is, let's make sure. I noticed when we were doing this a bit that it looks like these that rectangle or that shaft opening actually isn't using the right uh, locations for this core, because if we remember, the shaft openings should be to the inside face of all of these walls. Looks like that one accidentally too far, and that should be okay, right? And there's a shaft opening here. Again, we should do the same thing. Make sure it goes to the inside face of the walls. Is that right? Maybe that's not right. The problem is that the slab here, right, is now going to go to the inside face of those walls. And we don't want, actually, sorry, not that slab, but this slab is going to go to the inside face of those walls. So maybe what we can do is we can join this. This is why you can see this is such a highly unusual way of doing this project, but it is what it is, and it's what we have to deal with. And I think we have one more wall here. So, but the one thing is that they chose the slab to keep. over instead of the wall. So let's go back, switch the join order. See, the problem with this project, right? Or I shouldn't say the problem. The difficulty with this is that at level P1, the slab doesn't interrupt the wall, but at level P2 and at level 1, the slab does interrupt the wall. So it looks like switch join order. Let's turn these off real quick. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so it looks like it's just that wall that's having some issues here. And let's go back and switch the join order again real quick. I know this is getting a little repetitive, but this is all part of the process. Now if I put my filters on, I can see, yeah, that's okay. Now, the one thing is that these walls are not joining exactly the way we might want them to, and we should be checking these things as we build them. Now, I'm not sure why, but let's see if we can expand that out. Looks like that one just needed some tender loving care, and it was just gonna then reattach. We'll do the same with this one here. Okay, take this. There. Let's make sure all of our walls are good. This one looks like it's having some issues. No. Okay, try this again. Maybe do it with a line. All right, and if it decides that it doesn't want to work, there we go. All right, just gotta play around with it a bit. That one's okay. This one still looks like it's got some issues here. And it seems like we're playing a little bit of a whack-a-mole where they'll get fixed and then they'll decide that they're not happy. I don't know what is going on with that. That seems really strange to me. All right. It's just this one that's not working, so here's what I'm going to do. Right? Because it seems like if I fix this, it's going to break something else in here. No, never mind. Looks good. What we could have done is we could have said, hey, disallow join, pull it over, join the elements. It's fine. Okay. All right. Cool. That looks good. All right. And then let's also assign our pores for these. Oh, and we'll turn off shaft openings again. All right. So if we remember, this is going to be level P2. P2. Oh, for some reason, it's showing all those walls. It's going to be level SS. And then all of these, just the walls though, are going to be area 01. Right? Okay. We need to do the same for this elevator opening. And let's do the same thing where we check the shaft opening here. That on temporarily. Okay, looks like that one's correct. Okay. Alrighty. So let's do the same thing. I'm going to select one of these walls. I'm going to say front. And I'm going to take this. Control C. I'm going to attach the top to this slab. And then, shouldn't take this. Control C. Attach the base to this one. and then paste the same place, attach the top to that. Okay, let's try that again. Attach, align to same place and attach the top to that. Okay, so those ones are going to be SS. These walls are going to be P2, which is a little, I don't know why it's doing all this. It's a little annoying that it's kind of selecting it. For some reason, it's selecting both sets of walls as if they're all one here. I don't know why it's doing that. It's kind of strange. Anyway, but we have ways around that. We can just do these one at a time as is needed. There, now we have those 4 walls selected, and we'll make those as part of P2. Okay, and now we can select all of these 8 walls because they'll be area 2. Okay, cool. All right, so now we have a little bit different issue with this one because it's not going to intersect that slab right there. And sorry, let's turn off our shaft openings again. So it's not going to intersect that thicker slab down here like these other ones do, but it will intersect these some of these walls here. So what we're going to say is, let's come in, let's just select the walls. Okay. Actually, let's select these top walls first, just to get them out of the way. And let's attach those there. And then let's attach these other, I believe, 2 walls. Attach them to this slab. Let's also make sure, and I think this is a mistake I might have made with this other one here. Yeah, this one, let's see here. We want it to be attached to this wall, right? But we also, or sorry, to the floor. But we do want it to be, we want the top of this, where it's in the opening, to be like at the same level as that floor. So what we might have to do is, instead of attaching it, we might need to edit the profile. So let's detach these. Or, there's a few ways we can do this. Another way we could potentially do this with the way it's set up right now is we could actually join this geometry together. And that might be a good enough way to take care of that as well. So the other way to potentially do this is if we double click on this, or if we edit the profile, you could also come in and say, all right, I want to pick my lines to go around the slab, right? And I can pick a line here, right? And it's going to draw that line in line with these other guys. And then, we could come in, trim and extend, and then we also have to make sure we do it for the other side. So trim, extend. So this is another way you could do that. Both ways work. I don't know. Personally, I think I might be a fan of joining the wall together with the slab. So join slab like that, and that should be fine. I think that looks pretty nice, actually. I think that works pretty well. Okay, so back to these walls. This one, again, we want to take this wall and we want to detach it from here, but instead we're going to join it there, and that should cut around pretty well. All right, so now that we've got those in there, let's just find this. All right, so now we've got these 6 walls in here, right? And again, I'm going to copy. And then I'm also going to, actually, I'm not going to copy. I'm just going to copy. I'm going to take these ones that I want to keep where they're at, and I'm going to deselect this one since we've already taken care of that. And I know, excuse me, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these walls at the top. We're going to do Control C copy. And now we're going to take all of these other walls that are in here. Take that and then attach those, attach the top of those. It's fine if it deletes that instance. No big deal, because what we're going to do is we're going to paste this back in the same place. We'll attach these ones right there and join elements. All right, looks like it didn't like that. Attach base. There we go. Looks like those 3 are in there, or those 4 are in there now. Great. All right. No, I don't want to edit the profile. For some reason it doesn't want to select. So we'll assign a level for these. These are going to be level 1 actually. It's kind of strange. Okay, looks like maybe there were 2 walls modeled in there, so we'll just fix that. That's why it was looking odd to us, so we'll call that 01. That looks good. And then we'll take all of these walls right here, and we will put them on, what are we calling this? It's going to be P1, right? And then we assign these ones. I think we assign those ones, right? Good. All right. And then the only other thing is there's one last little pour setting I want to make sure I add there. So for all of these walls, these are going to be O3 area, and these ones we assigned all to the O2 area. So now we've got our walls modeled, and from here, looks like we've still got some of these issues. We can deal with them in other ways. Okay, so this is another way you can fix this. I can come in and say disallow join on both sides, and then just extend them out to the edge, and it more or less has the same effect, right? If this is going to do this, I'm just going to be a little bit lazy here and not even try different options. And I'm just going to say disallow join, and then I'm going to align those to those edges. Now you can see that there are going to be some lines showing up there, but I believe if we come in and we try and join these things, then we can get those lines to hide. So all I'm doing is join and then selecting those ones so that we don't get any weird joining issues. Let's see if we have any issues here. It looks like we do again. And again, I'm thinking, you know what? Let's just be a little bit lazy here. I'm going to right click, disallow join, and then do the same for this one. Right click, disallow join. Okay. And now, and then again, I'm going to join these back, those back, so they at least look like they're supposed to be together. And then are the other ones okay? The other ones look like they're okay. All right. So now we've got our core walls our core walls set up. And then all you'll need to do, besides, we might need to go through and we might need to check opening sizes because we might need to fix those with the doors. So we need to do that. But you can also go ahead and from here start setting up the views and sheets like we did in a previous video when we were modeling the cores and everything like that ourselves. So this gives you good opportunity to practice those skills again, and we can go ahead and create full height core wall sheets. Cool. Thanks.